All right, so it's the first of the year, and the beginning of a new month. So that means it's time for another collection update. But this video, I'm going to do it a little differently because I kind of want to categorize or document everything I have here at the very beginning of 2018, and that way when I come back to this video years ago, or years from now, I can kind of see exactly what I had and what was going on in the reptile room at the beginning of 2018. So we're going to take our time. This may be a little bit longer video than usual, but I really want to make sure I get every animal in this video and get some good footage of them. So I'm starting on this corner of the room, and of course here is my Savannah monitor, of course setting up this shot. He was out basking on his rock there, and we spooked him and he took off hiding, but nonetheless I did get some footage just before he split, and so that's what you're looking at now. But still a little thin from his little escape a few months ago, for a few months, and but trust me, he is doing better. Obviously you can see he still has his little spunk is coming back to where he's starting to come back to his old self again. We still need to work on building his muscle mass, but we are going to keep moving forward with him, and I think he's going to be just fine. He's eating, and everything else about him is right where it was before he got away from me. So we're definitely going to be seeing him in the future on this channel. Of course, behind me here is the carpet python, and of course we will cue you in on a closer look of him, and this is definitely a favorite of mine here on the channel. I've talked about wanting to get into these guys for a good number of years, and I finally went ahead, pulled the trigger, and purchased this animal here, and he's doing pretty good. Still a little bit nippy, but not much. We're definitely starting to make the turn to where he is starting to get to be a more handleable snake. So I'm definitely pleased to be working more with him in this upcoming year and years. So, and then below him is the day gecko, which I just have the one right now, and as you can see, he's doing quite well in a natural vivarium type setup. It's not full bioactive yet, but I do have plans here in 2018 to do something about this cage and get him in a really cool setup. But that's another discussion for another video. And next to him is my legless lizard. And again, this is another animal that I'm really excited to be doing more for in 2018. He is going to get a cage upgrade and something along the lines of bioactivity in his setup as well. So I'm really looking forward to working with these guys and getting these guys in a really awesome display bioactive setup here in 2018. Okay, so over here we're in front of the leopard gecko's enclosure, and as you can see, she's out, and I will get you closer shots of her as well. Her cage is a pretty simplistic, 20 long, somewhat natural. It's still at this point set up with some of the Halloween decor, which this is another animal here in 2018 that I'm really going to work on putting together a nice, I'm not sure if hers will be fully bioactive, but I definitely want to really step up the look of this cage and really make it look as natural as I can, something similar that you would find where you would find these guys in the wild. So yes, that is going to include substrate, loose substrate, but I don't really have an issue with that. But that'll be a topic for a different video, and also a topic for a different video. I do, as you can see, have full spectrum lighting on this girl, which is something that not really many people do, and I'll just post the link to that video here in the top corner, and you guys can go check that out and tell me what you think. And but we'll leave that discussion for that video. But anyways, so this is her setup. I am definitely going to be working on redoing this cage in 2018. So I'm definitely excited. This is another going to be fun little project that we're going to do here on the channel. And I like this whole general setup of this area. This is just some extra Halloween decor that I already took out, but you know, I like the way I've got these pictures. And my daughter built this wooden praying mantis for me, so you know, I keep it down here on display along with these photos of different dinosaurs that came from a tattoo shop. It was a fundraiser for animals. But so that is the leopard gecko cage, and I'm certain this is going to be changing, so stay tuned for that. And let's move on to the next corner of the room. Okay, so we're in the another corner of the room, and this is where a lot of the snakes are kept, and unfortunately they are housed in these racking systems. It's not very much eye candy, but it's definitely functional and keeps the animals happy and healthy, and that's the main goal. So this rack behind me will start from the top, and that there has the albino ball python, and you know, she's been part of the collection or the family for quite some time now, and you know, she is definitely one that will be on the channel for a very long time to come, because you know, she's just a favorite of even everybody in the family. So we're definitely going to keep her around. Right below her is another favorite of mine, and of course that is my albino boa constrictor, and she is a sunglow. So meaning she is albino and hypo at the same time. And you know, she's one of the biggest snakes as far as girth goes, and probably one of the two longest snakes that I currently own in the collection here. Great personality. I love using her in the educational programs I do in the summertime and stuff for like the libraries and other things such as that. And so she's great for that. The kids absolutely love her, and so she is definitely, you know, a mainstay here on the Reptile Jones channel. And then below her is yet another favorite, and that is the northern pine snake that has been given the name Oreo. So of course the kids love it. That's another snake that comes along with me on the educational programs. And so this is the other snake that's, this snake doesn't have the girth, but definitely has length. And it's probably, if it's not as the same length as the boa, he's probably just a little bit bigger. But another great personality, a good snake to have as far as, being part of my educational program. So he gets a lot of love and attention from children all the time. Every time we go out, he is definitely one that they just absolutely love. And when I bring him out, they just scream in excitement. And yeah, so he definitely does a lot of good for helping a positive image to reptiles. So we come to this rack here. Now, a lot of the snakes that are typically in this rack, they are downstairs in the basement burr mating, and they will actually be coming up later on this month, end of January. They will come back up out of burmation and come back to the reptile room. But for now, the rack is just sitting empty, but there are a few inhabitants in this rack yet that don't burr mate, and one of them is this fella right here, and we'll get you some better close-up shots of him. But of course, this is my pastel calico, low expression calico ball python. A nice little beautiful snake here. He did lock up with the albino ball python behind me, so with any luck he will be father to the babies, and we might see some little fellows run around here. From there, we have another snake that wasn't big enough or that wasn't ready to burr mate this year. And that is going to be this fella right here. This is the albino Nelson's milk snake. A nice, lovely addition to the collection. His bright, beautiful colors definitely is a crowd pleaser. The kids definitely really likes the looks of this guy, and and he's not even full grown yet. So definitely glad to have this guy in the collection. And from there, we go to this tub, which has the latest new addition, and that's this little wild type ball python. Of course, there's still a lot of work to be done with him. As you can see, he is always afraid and always curled up super tight. But we are working with him, and one day he is going to be part of the educational program, and you know, to help kids and others learn about, you know, the importance of snakes and that they don't have to fear them. So, but as you can see, you know, there's still to be work done with this guy. From there, we go clear to the top of the rack to get the next two snakes. We have this fella right here, which is an Okatee corn snake. Very beautiful snake. This one happens to belong to my daughter. And then the next snake after the Okatee is this little fella right here. And this guy is a black and white California king snake. Nice little fella. He is het for albino, so you know, maybe one day we'll be able to produce that out. But just a little guy for now. Again, we'll get this guy raised up, and yeah, definitely like having king snakes in the collection, especially a nice, beautiful specimen like this fella here. King snakes are one of my favorite snakes. Okay, so here is the baby rack, and of course these are baby snakes I picked up over the summer, and so we'll pull you in so you can get a closer look at this group over here. Okay, so before I close out this video, I wanted to just give you a quick update on this girl here. And as you can see, her nose is perfectly fine. It actually wasn't a scab per se on her nose. Well, at least it wasn't a scab from her. I do believe it was just leftover food remnants from when she ate last week. Sometimes when you feed rodents, those of you who probably experience this, you know that sometimes the bellies on those rodents get super soft and, you know, stuff comes out. So yeah, there's no scabbing if I can get her to stay still long enough. So no worries there, she's perfectly fine. But I just wanted to give you that update before we closed out this video. So thanks for watching, and until next time, later.
Shut up and sit down.